Hello and welcome. It's 11 a.m. here in Seoul. I'm Kim Do-yeon at the Arirang News Center. We're breaking into our regular programming to bring you the latest live briefing from the South Korean health authorities on the COVID-19 outbreak. In just a few moments, we'll cut into the briefing at the Seoul Government Complex with simultaneous interpretation in English. Now let's take a listen to what the health authorities have to say.
델타 변이로 인한 4차 유행을 맞아
And we have been seeing the spread of the Delta variant, and up until now, we have been able to contain the rapid spread of the COVID-19 infections. However, we are also having a daily tally of over 1,700 on a daily basis. Luckily, we are also having a smooth rollout of the COVID-19 vaccines, and we believe that in the latter half of September, we will have the effects of the vaccinations to be yielding. However, with the prolonged COVID-19 restrictions, we believe that many people are having difficulties in their livelihoods, especially those who have small businesses. And considering the upcoming Chuseok holiday and all of these measures, the quarantine authorities have discussed new measures of social distancing and antivirus measures for Chuseok holiday. First of all, as for the social distancing measures, the level 4 in the capital area and level 3 in the non-capital area, as well as a ban on gatherings of up to 5 people, will also be maintained for the time being. Luckily, we are also seeing a containment of the virus to a large extent. However, we cannot be complacent as of yet, and the new measures will be sustained until from the 6th of September for the next 4 weeks. And we believe that we have been extending this guideline to the previous 2 weeks because we want to include the Chuseok holiday. However, we believe that many people are getting vaccinated before Chuseok, and by the end of September, we believe that many people will also be fully vaccinated here in South Korea. And going forward after then, we believe that we can ease our social distancing measures to a large extent. Moreover, as for the level 3 areas, we will also be expanding and easing the cap on the private gatherings to up to 8 people if this includes at least 4 people who are vaccinated. And in the metropolitan area, we are easing the guidelines more gradually. First of all, as for restaurants and also cafes and households, we will also allow people to have 6 people gatherings if people have been vaccinated. And if those people have not been vaccinated, we will currently have the attendance cap. And as for the restrictions, our business restriction hours of the cafes and restaurants, they will be moved to 10 p.m. And this is in consideration to the difficulties that are facing many of the livelihoods. And we will be also gradually easing them after evaluating them on a gradual basis. And moreover, we are going to have reasonable manners of adjustments, and this includes the wedding halls, where both at the level 4 and level 3 areas, we have been extending the cap to up to 99 people if the wedding does not provide meals. And as for others, we will also provide updates going forward. And we believe that many of the people are going through great challenges, and we believe that we are, however, faced at a condition where we cannot totally and fully ease our restrictions, and the government is also feeling very regrettable for that. However, we ask you to contain the virus going forward, and we need to also contain our virus going forward as well. We ask for your understanding and consideration and participation as well. And in the coming October, we believe our social distancing measures will be adjusted by looking at the progress of the vaccinations, and we will be making sure that we move to pre-pandemic levels to a large extent. And following is the antivirus measures for Chuseok holiday. During this Chuseok holiday, if you have been tested with the PCR and if you have been vaccinated, we ask you to be allowed to go to visit your family members and your hometowns. And moreover, if you have any symptoms, we ask you to get tested and as soon as possible. And as for the senior citizens aged over the age of 60, we ask you to refrain from visiting these senior citizens because of the risks of infection. And especially due to this, we will also have an ease on the private gatherings, largely between the 17th to 23rd of September. And until during this period, we will have about 8 people able to meet for private gatherings, including those people who have been vaccinated. And as for the level 3, this is currently the measures that are implemented right now. And as for nursing hospitals, we will also enable in-person visits for the 2 weeks starting from 13th to 26th of September. Right now, we only have non-face-to-face contact visitors available. However, when all of the visitors and the residents have been fully vaccinated, we will allow the visits at the nursing hospitals. And in order to minimize the risks of COVID-19 infections during the Chuseok holiday, we will also limit the railroad and railway tickets to be sold only on the aisle seats. And also during this Chuseok holiday, the highway toll fee will not have a discount. And also during the Chuseok holiday, we will make sure that there is no vacuum in our medical response capacity going forward as well. And we will also make sure that people can get swift testing, and we will make sure that the testing centers are open, and we will also provide information on the operating hours of such screening centers. We will also make sure that we also have makeshift testing centers at about 13 of them at the highway express stops, as well as train stations, to enable people to get tested if they need it. Moreover, as for the COVID-19 vaccine supply, yesterday Moderna vaccines, about 1.2 million Moderna vaccines have arrived. And today we have also in schedule 900,000 Moderna vaccines to arrive as well. And including these doses, currently we have an accumulated of more than 53 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccines that have arrived here in South Korea. And until this weekend, we will also have Moderna vaccines arriving on a consecutive manner, and the details will be disclosed during the weekend. And we believe that we are able to achieve our target of receiving the first dose to up to 70% of the population before Chuseok. And we believe that many people are willing to meet their loved ones during Chuseok holiday. However, if your senior parents have not been inoculated, we ask you to refrain from having large-scale gatherings because this can put at risk their health conditions. Please take note of this. And if you are visiting your loved ones and if you are visiting your hometowns, we ask you to refrain from going to crowded and confined spaces, and also comply with the quarantine measures strictly. And we need to contain the virus spread during the Chuseok holiday. And depending on this, we can ease further measures going forward in the month of October. Please enjoy your Chuseok holiday safely. And we believe that after that, starting from October, we can move towards a return, a more gradual return towards the pre-pandemic routines. And even at this moment, there are many people partaking in the vaccination rollout. We thank you once again. And even at this moment, as we speak, there are many people who are working on site, including the epidemiological investigators, medical workers, and government officials. We will also exert our full efforts. And also we thank you for your efforts as well. And we will also make sure we have the vaccination rollout and the quarantine measures for Chuseok as well. Thank you very much.
예, 지금부터 질의응답 시간을 가지겠습니다. 권덕철 장관.
That was the government briefing on the COVID-19 situation here in the country. To wrap things up, current levels across the country for social distancing will be extended for another month. The country reported 1,709 new cases of COVID-19 on Friday, of which all but 34 were locally transmitted. It's 252 less than yesterday. So far, nearly 33% of the nation has been fully vaccinated. For more, we'll be back at 12 p.m. Korea time with our midday news with Mark Broom. Bye for now.